thing of frosting sounds amazing right now.
I was like, what the hell is wrong with you right now?
Like chocolate or strawberry.
A whole thing of frosting?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Really?
Hell yeah.
No, you go with
vanilla, man.
Strawberry.
Here. No.
No.
You don't like strawberry?
Hell yeah.
What up, y'all? I got Chad and I'm gonna call you Jay for the night.
No.
No?
No. Don't ever call me Jay.
We got
If you really don't call me Kale.
We got Alex over here. Jay is... Where's Jay at? How come we couldn't make it?
Working.
He doesn't like to fucking come wait his hell on days.
Well, Jay isn't here, so we got the two dudes from the band. You already know. We're gonna do some questions. This is like a last minute interview because we can't get our recording stuff to work. So, yeah, here we go. What's your name?
Carlos. Chad. My name's Chad.
Chad?
Chad McIntosh Jr.
What got you into music?
Honestly, just I always had this thing. Well, if you want me to be completely honest, way back when I was a kid, I remember my mom would drive around in the car, around the port and shit. And I can cuss.
Yeah, you're good.
And fucking, she would drive around, and I know this is really weird, but I would always hear this loud music blasting, and I would look in so let's say we went to the library, we'd come back when it's dark. I would always look at the moon, and I would see myself as a little ass kid with music blaring in the back, and I would pass out. And then ever since then, music is just, it's like alternative weird music has been my thing. And then there's a little baby picture of me. I know you've seen it. I don't know if you've seen it. It's me. I'm like 5 years old. I got shades on. I got a little stomach. And I got my hair spiked up, and I got only shorts on, and I got a fake,
like a little rock star?
I got a fake guitar. And
I have not seen that photo, but
I gotta show you. My dad's best friend said when I was 10 years old, he said, look, he's gonna get big, as in size, and he's gonna be a professional wrestler, or he's gonna be a musician.
Dude. Well, you're on the path to a musician.
Oh yeah.
So, what got you into music?
You know, that whole, like, my parents had it around all the time. Really, that's about it.
Yeah.
But what really got me into rock music?
Yeah. Is that your favorite type of music, like, out of all the genres?
Oh yeah.
Rock is your favorite too?
That and metal.
Rock and blues.
Yeah, like heavy,
like blues too.
Like Pantera's shit, like... I don't know, like, I can never get into, like, Anthrax and, like, Slayer.
Man, thrash metal's where it's at. That was middle school and most of high school for me.
Yeah. No, like, I respect it. Like, the drumming is amazing, guitar playing, like, it's all great. Just, no, you're good, dude. I don't know, like, you know, my dad always listened to the 80s metal and stuff like that, so I'm more into, like, that kind of metal, like, than anything. Besides, like, I do like 90s rock, you know. Other than that, I like, Bring Me the Horizon, but I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this.
But yeah, and then we got Guitar Hero 3. That kind of kicked it off. But then I got Guitar Hero Aerosmith, and that's what really kicked it off.
Dude, they
kicked it off for me.
So it was Aerosmith that kicked it off for me.
They have
band kicked it off for me real quick. Fucking when I was in fucking 6th grade, I was really into that German band Rammstein, that industrial metal band.
You told me that before.
And I would always picture myself
Rammstein
as a singer, and I just got into like weird experimental music after that. Then I met one of my best friends, Brian, which if you watch the video, fuck yeah, love you, dude. And
shout out Brian.
Brian Zavedra, one of the best guitarists I've ever met.
You went to high school with him?
Hell yeah. We started our first band.
What was the name of the first band you did? I joined the band. Sorry to interrupt you.
You're cool.
I joined the band, last February? Going on a year almost? It seems like that, yeah.
My first ever real band.
They knew each other before I joined in, so I'm late to the party, but now you can go. My bad.
Let's me and him talk about our musical bands and experiences. So
Yeah, for sure.
And
Yeah, so this is our first interview. This is really awkward. I'm not gonna lie,
sorry.
but I'm kind of getting comfortable with it. Now, I'm good. But yeah, do that. Let's do that. That sounds good.
So you care if I go first? So when I was in 9th grade, I really thought I had musical talent, but I couldn't play a chord on a guitar. So I picked up the bass. So I was 3 years drumming, 3 years playing bass. And I wanted to start a band where I played bass and sung. My first ever prototype band, Daniel was in that band. And they,
really?
Yeah, and then they got me in. It was 9 people in that band for some reason.
I remember this band because Micah tried to get me to join. Was that band?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was like
tried to get you to play Zumba.
Yeah, he wanted me to try trombone. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm sitting Health, and we have our friend Micah.
What?
He goes, man, we're trying to start this band, 9-piece band. You play you play trombone, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you want to join?
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Sure.
I wanted like
Trombone,
weird
like-
experimental shit.
I remember that.
But I tried to join Daniel's band. They kicked me out because I had a weird sense of music. It was Zeke. I don't know if you know Zeke. He's a good drummer.
I do not.
Daniel, this kid named Shane, and this kid named Justin who plays rhythm guitar.
Justin's pretty cool.
Justin Moore. Not Moore.
Was he at your party?
Justin McLaren.
Was he at your
Yeah,
party
McLaren.
that we played at?
No.
No. Who was the dude with the crutches?
Connor.
Okay.
Connor's cool as fuck.
Okay.
I go to shout out to Connor too.
Shout
But
out to Connor.
Connor Daly.
I see
I
you
go,
rocking.
I go to
dude.
college with him.
You were with the crutch.
Yeah.
Going crazy
We were
with
at this
it.
party. It's fucking. That's another story.
Yeah. That's
But,
another day.
Where was I? Oh yeah. So then I met Brian, and Brian came up to me at lunch and he said, "This is about 10th grade." He goes, "Hey, it was my freshman year of high school." He goes, "Hey, I need a drummer. Do you play drums?" I was like, "Yeah, I play bass too." So he had me play bass because he thought I was better at bass because I had this natural kind of ability to slap bass, but I couldn't play notes on the bass. He's the one who taught me all that shit. We had him, me, he played lead guitar and sang. I played bass, and then Alan, I don't remember his last, Alan Serber, who's like in a completely different realm right
Was
now.
this all in Michigan
Did he
City?
play,
Yeah.
Did he play tuba in the marching band?
I don't know.
I think I knew him.
He played rhythm. So, I remember we would sit in his room, and this is what kind of got me into the music. We would practice. He had a loudspeaker just like that. And, like just a big old speaker.
Yeah, just bump.
And he would put Sheriff Rock by the Smashing Pumpkins, 1979 by the Smashing
Ooh.
Pumpkins, Kings of Leon, You Somebody, and then Canned Heat, my favorite band of all time, On the Road Again, and we would practice those songs until I got them right. I almost got kicked out of that band a few times. I know I did because I wasn't practicing and I just stopped showing up for like a week or two
It happens.
because I didn't have any motivation.
Yeah.
Then Zeke joined. Zeke and I hated each other, but we needed a drummer really bad. Now Zeke is one of my best friends. He's fucking awesome. He's in the Navy right now. He's fucking jacked, man. Fucking Zeke, you're doing awesome. Hope you're watching this too.
And shout out to Zeke.
Zeke's a fucking awesome drummer.
Yeah.
One of the best. He's probably right under you.
Yeah. Well,
But,
I appreciate that.
But, so we were doing cover songs and shit, and finally we played the talent show. Alan couldn't play because it was only people at Michigan City High School. He wasn't a student of Michigan City High School. So
So
we,
you're supposed to be a 4-piece for that?
yeah. So we played Sheriff Rock. That was the first show I've ever played. And,
I've seen that.
I went crazy. I had blonde hair. My sides were shit, so it was blonde up here coming down like this, and then it was brown on each side. And I was wearing a purple dress shirt with blue jeans and big ass fucking Supro shoes.
Oh, dude.
Fucking huge, stupid looking ones.
That was like.
There's a video.
Are
out
they
there.
still like a popular shoe? Because I know back in the day, I sound
I
old.
don't
I
know.
sound old, but back like in the day, I knew those were like popular.
I have no idea. But we rocked the talent show. Everybody loved it. Everybody knew us around school as the music guys. And then the band just kind of quit. Brian went to college.
Mm-hmm.
Zeke was going to the Navy, and we all kind of
Kinda
got
drifted
together.
away.
Yeah, kind of got together once in a while. We tried writing songs, but didn't really work. But we got together and jammed a few times, and then we were just like, okay. My next band, I played lead guitar and rhythm. That band, by the way, was called Electric Sky Church. It was based off of Jimi Hendrix's old name.
Before we go on, how many bands have you been in, including ours?
Damn. Real shit?
Yeah. Because, like, I know you told
5,
me.
6.
Yeah, it's only, like, really my second band.
5,
third.
6.
Yeah.
But, yeah, about 5, 6. That actually kind of did something. Ryan went out to college. Zeke graduated, so I had nobody around.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to look. I was with these dudes named John and Sam, who we got off on a wrong foot, but we're still all pretty cool. John and Sam and Logan. Remember, he ain't gonna care. He knows. Remember that little spastic kid?
Yeah, I remember. I remember.
him?
Yeah, what do you
Fucking,
call?
he was funny.
What did he
doing
call
that
me?
boo shit. He called you Patchy.
Patchy, that's it. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, Patchy.
I don't know if he was skinny back then when we were doing that, but he's fucking ripped now,
Is he?
man. No, he was ripped because he used to be my size, and he got ripped because he had to join the Navy.
Yeah.
And
Well, shout out to him for serving the country.
yeah, dude, all the drummers I've jammed with, besides you and John, went to the Navy.
Really?
That is weird.
Yeah.
And Zeke and Logan were both like
Yeah.
Mexican. It's weird as
Yeah.
hell.
Now,
Mexican Navy big men.
was like was
They're cool though.
who was supposed to replace me? I'm moving to Tennessee in September 1st, and I'm gonna be leaving the band unfortunately for a year. But who's replacing me?
This kid I work with named Jacob. He's
Maybe.
good. Maybe we haven't really decided
Okay.
yet. But back on that.
Yeah, back on that's a whole other subject.
John and Sam were the other music guys, and they started a band with a bunch of other, when you're in high school and everybody wants to play guitar.
Yes.
These were the only guys I could find that were good. They were pretty decent,
Yeah.
writing their own stuff. We got together, we jammed every once in a while. I was playing lead and vocals. There was also this guy named Andy Zeismer, pretty cool guy. He went off to Purdue. We still talk quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
He played bass, but I had to teach him shit, and finally he was just like, I don't feel like I can keep up with you guys, so I'm going to respectfully quit. We were like, that's fine. And John and Sam and Logan and I just didn't see eye to eye on most things, and plus I had a really bad anger issue back then, because that's when my mom left.
Yeah.
And I kind of took it out on everybody, and that just wasn't good. And I do apologize for all that shit, if anybody's watching that it affected. But we broke off, and I didn't have a band for a while. We tried to start something with Chick Named Justice, him. That's how we met in 3rd grade. But I didn't know he played bass until I actually asked him. And he was beginning at bass. Now he's one of the best bassists in town. One of the only bassists in town. But and this kid named Jacob that was really fucking good drummer, but he just had so much going on. He was a youth group leader, he was a soccer coach, all this crazy
like
shit.
a busy life.
Not a youth group leader, but a youth group member.
Okay.
Just crazy shit.
Yeah.
By
Still
the way,
busy.
I almost joined a youth group band. That's how I met Brian. Brian got me into youth group, so I almost joined a youth group band. They wanted me to so bad, but I never showed up to youth group.
I could picture you doing that.
I did not like youth group, no offense. I'm
No.
just not that type of guy.
Yeah.
And we only lasted a while. Then I met John Boyer, who we talk here and there. He's a pretty good dude.
Yeah.
He's moving. And I thought he was the best drummer in the world, and we were going to start a 2-piece. And then I got really into... I'm going to talk about this because it's a big part of my music. So if anybody deals with this, I feel with you, I vibe with you. I got really depressed. I was lonely, I was depressed, I was sad, I wanted to kill myself. And it just got to the point where nothing mattered, and I did nothing. I was almost flunking out of high school, this and that. And John would text me every day and be like, hey man, I really want to start something. And I was like, I don't care. I'm not in the mood to start anything. I'm not a good musician. I can play guitar well, but I can't sing for shit and this and that. Then in February, I finally just texted him. I was tired of feeling like that, so I finally just texted him. I said, hey, this was the start of my first real band. I said, hey, let's start a band. Took us 3 months to find a bassist. I finally thought in the back of my head, and I finally, not in the back of my head, that doesn't make sense. I finally thought up in my head, Alex, but I thought he hated me because I broke up the last band to go hang out with John. I don't know if you knew that. And he was skeptical at first, but he joined, and we did a pretty shitty jam. Everybody was out of tune, because we didn't know how to tune then.
Where was it at?
My house.
Your house?
My garage.
Yeah.
He used to have the recording of one of our first jams. I don't have it
Still
anymore.
do.
Do you? I want to hear that.
I don't have it anymore.
I have it on Facebook.
Ah, yes.
But,
I had a
I
small
wanna hear it.
recording, but I don't have that anymore.
But we actually went places. We got together in February, wrote 8 songs.
February 2017.
February 2017. No, 20. Yeah, it's 2017 because it's 2019.
We graduated
2
2017.
years ago.
But we got together. We wrote some songs. I taught him things on bass that he fucking hated.
Was it hard?
He liked the music, but as a beginner,
Yeah.
he was playing shit that was just, you know.
Hey, darling.
Like, was it hard to
Hey, darling.
stretch out and
Hey,
stuff?
We had this song called "Understand." That's really cool.
Okay.
That one
but-
was easier than Hey, darling.
Yeah,
because
Yeah.
that's
pass me that. I'll show you the demo.
Oh yeah, he's the guitarist, he's the bassist, and I'm the drummer.
So basically, just unplug the damn.
Yeah, I got you. You're good. You're good.
So basically, the riff. Sorry.
You're good. I'm back.
The riff would start off.
You're good, dude.
The riff would start off with drums, and the song start off with drums and feedback, distortion feedback, and it would go. That was the song, and then we had this break in the middle that we would just go. Shit like that. And back to the story. Back to the story. Basically, summer came along and I did something stupid. I got in a stupid situation. Dated this girl I liked, broke up the band, sent me in another deep depression. And
That
then
winter was horrible.
yeah, it was bad. I lost 13 pounds. I went from 120 pounds. No,
Just quit eating.
7 pounds. I went from 120 pounds to 113 pounds because I was so lost. Now, I'm going to skip that, and I'm going to go straight to what happened next. We met him, and we started something finally. You know, it was hard to start up at first because we all had different schedules. And then finally, I don't know if this is going to bother you, but with his dad's passing, we finally just all got together because he was going to move before everything happened. But we finally came together stronger than ever. It was just us 3. You know, he learned our songs from our 8, which the EP turned out shitty because we didn't go back and fix it like we were supposed to. But it turned out shitty. This dude from Among the Essence named Trace recorded for us. He's a pretty cool guy. We just did not go back and fix it like we should have, and we did not take our time with it. We rushed it. Me, John, and Alex. Also with High Def Fuzz Punks, that was the band name. We with John, we played 3 shows. We played my grad party, which is awesome. Royal Skate Shop, which my cord fell out of my amp.
While you were playing?
Yeah, in the video. Never really remember.
Alright, we're gonna try this again.
So basically, we played our first show, and I tripped over the chord during our first song called Intro that we don't play anymore. but it was a really cool, fast, like, proto-punk thing.
Is that Big Shots?
No, it was at Royal.
Royal? Okay, yeah,
And,
first show, right, okay.
I tripped over the cord, and I went up to the guy, I went up to the mic and I said, sorry, and I plugged it back in. I was loud as hell. There's a video on Facebook. I was like, sorry. And I started playing again.
That's your first show ever?
Yeah.
Like, were you nervous?
That was our first show for that band.
Were you nervous?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I was,
Well, I was
I
nervous
drink-
before, but I had this. Someone told me that once you hit that first note, it all goes away.
It really does,
Everybody goes
yeah.
away, and you're just like, it's like you're just playing with
Dude,
your buddies in the
When I
garage
was
again.
in my dad's band, like that whole day up until that night, I'd be like thinking about it constantly. Like I was so nervous, but like right when I started playing, like it all went away.
It goes away, man.
Yeah.
Everybody goes away. Everybody does.
Yeah, everybody's like
nobody's
when you see
there.
people just having a good time nodding their head and stuff.
Nobody's
like
there when you
that.
get
I
that
was,
first note.
Relaxed, yeah.
I was like 2 half-hour energies in. It was bad.
He drank 2 half
So-
without eating anything.
This show was crazy because it was the first time anybody's ever heard anything like we've done. And
Yeah, what we play
And pop
what you
punk.
guys probably play is different.
yeah, in pop punk, screamo culture, Illinois, little foreign thing of Chicago, which, no offense to those musicians, not a big fan of that music, but they're pushing as hard as they can, and I respect that.
I dig pop punk.
We were the first band that came in that was garage punk, garage rock, and it was a big metalhead dude
No, I mean,
that
we
looks
weren't the
30.
first ones to do that. But
Yeah. This big metalhead dude that looked 30, and two
You do, dog.
teenage kids that had long hair over their faces. And my guitar was this high, I was wearing purple jeans, sandals, and a fucking t-shirt. We played 8 songs, and everybody went crazy at the end. Fucking the sound guy came up to me, Steve Morris, fucking awesome guy. He's in the band, Came Out Swinging, awesome band. And came up and he's like, I've never seen anybody play like you before, dude. I've never seen a band like this. I've never seen as much energy as you
Yeah.
have. Since then, he's been booking us shows in Illinois, and
Have I met him at all? I
the
feel like I
ginger
have.
guy,
Yeah,
the ginger
yeah.
guy.
Yeah, I know he is.
Remember
Okay.
he had the gloves on outside the
Yeah.
phone before it?
we said he looks like,
I
he
remember
looks like
that.
somebody we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. They're from Michigan City, Indiana. I'm
He's from
Michigan,
Three Oaks.
Three Oaks, Michigan. So I don't know really anybody that much.
So, High Def Fuzz Punks ended. We played our grad party, which we played. We covers about 12 songs, and then after that was Big Shots, and that's when the girl thing happened, and then me and John broke off, and then
It went on for a few more weeks, and then we broke up.
yeah, decided it was time. Jammed with John a few times, but he lives in Alaska now, I think, I guess.
He hasn't moved there yet, I don't think, but he's going to.
But February 2018, we met James, and James he had this style that was different. He didn't play punk, he didn't play
He played
fast, he played slow, and he understood the beat. That's why I think he's the best drummer I've ever played with, and I'm not saying that just because he's right here, I'm saying that because it's fucking true. I've never met anybody that can fucking...
Appreciate it, dog.
I've never met anybody that doesn't overdo themselves on something, that
No.
understands, like, okay, this is what my job is, and I'll throw a little flair in it.
Yeah.
But-
Keep it simple, but it sounds good.
Yeah.
You know.
You know, and like I said before, you know, we had trouble getting together at first because the schedules were different, and then his dad's passed and it brought us all close together. He was about to leave for Tennessee, and then we had this drummer named Nick Becker who just wouldn't show up, and then we finally were just like, hey, you know, well, we didn't tell him, we just kind of stopped hanging out with him.
It was
Also,
Oh well.
around the time Nick was there, Jay came in, our other guitarist. The thing about Jay was he's into that screaming metal stuff, you know, but he has a natural guitar talent.
phenomenal.
He is too, cause like
Phenomenal
really,
acoustics.
you know. How long have you been playing for?
2 years.
Yeah, you haven't been playing long. You haven't, like, none of us really been playing
I've been
long.
playing since
You know.
9th grade.
I took a break from when I played, so I'm kind of learning all.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't have much experience that much. We're still learning, but we sound good, man. Check us out. Show when we start to tour again, like play out.
Well, we might play a show in March.
Yes.
1 or 2 shows in March. We gotta talk to you about that.
So.
And then May.
Yeah, you're gonna talk to you about that.
But we'll blah, 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 you know. But
just find us this summer. That's all I
yeah,
can say.
yeah.
We'll stop there.
Back to Jay. I went to his house because he kept texting me repeatedly.
Sounds like Jay.
Yeah.
No offense, Jay.
Love you,
But
Jay.
he was like, dude, you know, you're the only other musician I know that's good around here. Let's play.
That shows so much like hustle. Like he's trying to get out there.
Let's play. And I was like, all right, fuck it. I'll see what he can do. And I came into his house and he was playing acoustic, playing stuff that he wrote, not covers, maybe a few, but playing mostly stuff that he wrote.
Mm-hmm. Shows talent, you know.
And then I tried to keep up. I wasn't an acoustic player. I was a punk and blues player. I've gotten better at acoustic because of him, watching him. And then I finally just started soloing. It was me, him, and his neighbor. It was weird. I don't know his neighbor that well. His neighbor seemed cool, though. But he was like, holy shit, you were one of the best I've seen in fucking face-to-face. And, you know, then I just told him, you know, James came back and Nick was out and we were jamming. And I told these guys, I was like, I want to add another guitarist. And they were iffy at first, like I was, just because, you know, new idea, new person.
Yeah.
And then
being in a band is hard because like you gotta like not only play well with them but gel with them, you know.
around April is when we all got back together. April, early May, and jammed. And they were like, yeah, we like Jay, he's cool. And then came in the Inbetween era. That came in February. In March, we were smoking a lot of weed, and we were high. And then fucking, I said the Inbetweeners went on this band lookup page, and I accidentally typed it A instead of E, and then I said the Inbetween era, and everybody's
We
like,
all
fuck.
snap.
Everybody's like, fuck,
Dude,
yeah.
Like we're all around the pool table. Like, yeah, that's it. Oh my god.
And then,
Yeah, no, that was
The
funny.
Inbetweeners would have been cool too. That was my idea. That's
Yeah. No, yeah, we're not
Such a
disrespecting
band
it.
called that, though. But we had a cooler name.
Yeah.
And, I'm gonna be honest with you, I just got out of college and I was ready to jam. I was ready to try this. And we had a pretty decent drummer. We have a pretty good drummer. And we had a pretty decent summer. It was a lot of jamming more than gigging, which is okay. Because it was just our start.
Yeah.
And
It
there
was
was
a
a
good
lot
way
of
to get our
problems
feet in the
and
water.
shit with everybody. You know,
Yeah.
work and personal problems, which is...
Yeah, I had some, you had some, like
He
you
had
had
some,
stuff,
you
you
know.
know, we all did.
Jay had some...
It was,
Jay works at a
in my
factory.
opinion, it was a shitty 2018.
Yeah,
It
honestly.
was the worst year I can imagine.
One thing that brought us together close as fuck too, with me and him. Around the week his dad died, my grandpa died.
Yes.
And we finally came to a consensus that we need to be together and just be there for each other.
Mm-hmm. That's what like brought us really together, because like I feel like after you all came to my dad's funeral, then I went to the funeral. You know,
Mhm.
like we all like we went through some shit. We were rock bottom.
Well, we knew
And
we
then,
needed
then
to be
music
there for you.
like music brought us up.
We knew we needed to be there for you.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't want to leave my house, but like during music, like Sundays and stuff, I was looking forward to that. That was my therapy, honestly.
Yeah.
Like it helped me. I'm sure it helped you.
Your dad helped us through a lot with music.
Yeah.
So we owed it
In
to
the
you
short
and
time
him.
we knew him.
Yeah. But back to the story. That summer was a good summer, as in jamming wise. We really got our feet wet with touring and jamming and writing music, and I was high at the time. And I just remember some of the best moments where maybe not for him, but for me, just sitting there with the garage door open, it's fucking 90-degree weather, fucking jamming, fucking, you know, writing music, fucking doing this and doing that. And then we finally decided, hey, we need to record. That's where we're at now. And now
Yeah, we're in the process.
we're looking to get our album done in May, and then around April, May, and then we're gonna tour. Not around Illinois too much, maybe 2-3 shows, just because it's a hassle driving there.
Yeah.
And
before I interrupt you anymore, if you guys have an Instagram, go follow us at
the Inbetween Era Official.
And we would appreciate it.
Dude, you spell official wrong.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, you gotta let them know.
Just follow me on Instagram or one of these two
Yeah.
dudes. But back to the story.
Yeah. We're gonna play around Michigan City, LaPorte, Michigan, Chesterton, Valpo, maybe Hobart, maybe, but not too far.
Yeah.
30 minutes at most.
Because what, we played 2 out of the 3 shows last summer in Illinois?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a drive.
It's an hour, 2 hours, and
And then, dude, I was stuck in
to
that
get stuck on 94 with a big drum set in the back of your truck.
Dude, that last show, or I don't know what show it was one when Natalie was with me.
Yeah.
I was stuck in the toll for literally 30 minutes. Just because it was so backed up. And I'm like, dude, I'm calling you, I'm trying to make it, man. And then, like, we're going through Bum, you know, I don't know where we're going through, but we made it on time, luckily.
But that's my story. We're gonna be around and fuck shit up. Know him.
Be sure to follow the
Sorry
drum.
that was so long,
Alright.
dude.
That
Now for
was
you.
a long answer. What was the question again?
It's okay.
Part 2.
Yeah, this is part 2. Alex, the question was, like, what got you into music? I think you already answered that. And then, like, you went from, like, a lot of subjects. So, any of the subjects you want to talk about that he talked about, go for it.
I think.
Like, we just have.
I got it. It was
Okay.
how to get my start in music.
Yeah, that's it.
I joined a school band in 6th grade playing trombone,
Yeah, I still want to see you rip that.
and that's also the same year I wanted to start learning how to play guitar. So I got my first guitar like that Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
But I played trombone from like 6th grade to 12th grade, all the way through high school, all the way through middle school. Learned guitar on and off throughout the years. I can play some things, I'm not great though. And then my junior year, I got a new girl moved in named Justice. We were in the same music and stuff, so we're like, hey, we're gonna make this band. Now I like to say this is my first band, just because we had so much stuff planned out and we had actual songs written out.
Yeah.
It was called Dead Dog Roses. Love the name.
Dead Dog Roses?
Bunch of songs put together.
That reminds me of, what kind of genre would that be? That's like
Seems like classic rock.
I feel like a Molly Hatchet type of name.
Yeah, we took the names from like 3 different songs. Dead Flowers by Rolling Stones, and Black Dog by Led Zeppelin. But we took Flowers and changed it to Roses.
I like it. It's a
Yeah.
flower.
Yeah, so then we were writing stuff and playing all this stuff out, and then he was like, "You want to jam?" I'm like, "Yeah." If she can jam too. That didn't really work out. I didn't like Chad for a while after he did that, but Justice fueled it mostly.
Yeah.
I'm not a grudge.
You don't hold a grudge at all.
Holding grudge type of person.
No.
So
Just,
that was fueled by her.
just
I know, but that's okay. Whatever. And then he asked me if I wanted to jam with him and his friend John. I'm like, okay, sure, why not? Let's go. And that's pretty great. High Def Fuzz Bunks was made out of that.
Yeah.
Wrote my first song, got my first lyrics, and got music to it. That was pretty amazing.
What was your first song called?
Run Run.
That was your first
Run
one?
Run was my first song written that had music to it. I've written lyrics before.
I'm going to tell a funny story about that song then. We were jamming, past Sunday? We were jamming. I'm rocking out, you know, he's feeling it. He's like going, and then he just like stops for he forgot the lyrics, and I started cracking up. He's like just trying to think about it and stuff.
I've done that live before.
But no, it's a badass song. I'm sorry if I had that was funny. It had me rolling.
But then we pretty much know the rest of the story, you know.
Yeah. No.
We got to winter, broke up. He got into a bad depression, and then we found you, and became the Inbetween Era. And we found Jay, and we found Jay, because it was you, and then we came up with the name, and then you were gonna leave, so then we had Jay when we got Nick.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was
Yeah.
him and Jay, but Jay had just like a month, maybe a few weeks.
Another thing about Jay, before I start, he was a great singer, fantastic singer, but he was so unconfident with his electric playing. I had to get him
he was
into that.
mainly acoustic, right?
Yeah, I had to get him.
Yeah, you said that.
He had an electric.
I basically took him from.
Did he have that Jackson?
No, it was an off-brand Stratocaster.
Alright.
But I took him from being this, really shy dude who was a fucking amazing acoustic player that was kind of scared of the electric, I want to say. I don't know if that's true, Trey, but I'm going to say that. To somebody who is basically a step under me.
Mm-hmm.
He just can't. He can solo, but he does bluesy solos rather than my fast shit. And I made him a songwriter too. I helped him maybe writing songs as an electric. I showed him bar chords, power chords, octave fucking scales. And Jay he tells me that all the time. We are the reason why he loves this band and why he writes music all the time. And that he's happy to be with us.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Sorry.
That's about it, really.
Alright.
Like what he said about the High Def Fuzz Punks and Inbetween is
Pretty much the same straight.
I don't really have anything else to add to that. The High Def Fuzz Punks was a fun time, and this band is so fun. So far.
Alright, we'll do a couple questions that I got, and then we'll end it. Alright, we're gonna get back to the questions. I wrote some of them down, and here we go. Y'all ready? Woogity, 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 woogity.
Woogity,
Woogity, woogity, woogity.
I like these.
Alright. Well, let's start. Who wants to go first? He does. Alright. What are your top 5 favorite bands? It could be any genre. It goes for you too. It could be anything. Top 5 favorite
I'm gonna
bands
hate this up the park right now.
as of right now, as of today.
Canned Heat.
I have a list.
What is it?
Canned Heat.
Okay.
DOCs. Queens of Stone Age still, even though I don't listen to them that much. Dinosaur Jr. still, even though I don't listen to them that much. And probably... I don't know, I'm just... Harlem.
Harlem. Okay. All right. Alex.
Black Sabbath,
Of course.
Metallica, Weezer. That's 3 right there already.
Okay. So what was the second one?
I'll name it off again. Black Sabbath,
Okay.
Metallica,
Good.
Weezer. Don't end
I
that.
know. It's your
Nope.
favorite. It's not my favorite.
Uh,
You can pick whatever you want, brother.
Fourth one. No, this is where it gets challenging. There's a lot of good bands out there.
Alright, like, especially, like, from now until, back in...
I had to say.
I go back to the 50s.
I think I have to go with Buddy Holly for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I love
Good
Buddy
choice.
Holly. I love Buddy Holly.
Yes. R.I.P. Gone. He was...
Hell
How old
yeah.
was he when he died?
22.
That's so sad, man.
Richie Valens was 17.
That's right.
That in the
That's
17.
sad.
And then the
Okay.
Oh, the 5th one's hard. I'm going to go with a modern rock band. I think I'm going to go with The Regrets.
They're all female, right?
They're all female, but the drummer. The last 2 drummers, the 2 drummers they've had have been male, but the other members are female. Pretty good. I like them.
Yeah, it's kinda like,
Singer's real good.
It's kind of like, fuck, what's that band? No Vacation, only got a guy drummer. I think he got lead guitars too.
You know, that band's amazing, and they stand for a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what's up.
they're really, they're pretty liberal, but
That's good.
All right.
Yeah. That is, for me, that'd be a hard question.
Yeah.
It's only, like, there's like
You
no
can
one-
answer it if you want.
Alright, that's the only question I'll answer to, I guess. My top favorite, Johnny Cash.
yeah, of course.
Johnny Cash. I would say Ozzy, but can I include that with Black Sabbath? Okay, so Ozzy and
It's
Black
bands.
Sabbath, yeah. I would include like them together. Led Zeppelin, cause Bonham, his style of drumming was like I didn't really get into Led Zeppelin until about a few years ago, and I started like watching YouTube videos of Bonham just going off and like how he played, I'm like, besides Travis Barker, you're my second favorite drummer. How many did I say already? I said Johnny Cash, Ozzy, Led Zeppelin. Modern, if I had to pick, Bring Me the Horizon. And, I would pick, can I do 6?
Sure. Go ahead.
Alright, I'll pick Metallica, and then Motley Crue.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
My 5th is actually tied, so it's, we'll say it one more time. Canned Heat, the OCs, Queens of Stone, and Dinosaur Jr., and then a tie between a newer band called Harlem and an older band called the Yardbirds.
Oh, yes.
So that's...
Sounds good.
That.
Alright. Well, what genres are you going for? Or I should say we are going for, I guess. I don't know how to ask that one.
In my head,
Yeah.
I want to mix...
If you had to pick.
I want to mix... We kind of have this indie sound to us because we're new, and we also mix old 60s rhythm and blues and harder rock with newer punk, faster hard rock,
Yeah.
psychedelics even sometimes, just a little bit, few songs. And then I'd also say sometimes we also play a little bit like slow, heavier stoner rock, stoner metal. And then of course alternative.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
I'm just gonna keep it simple and go with garage rock. And really, like, I mean, we can play all our songs are different genres, but when it comes down to it, we're just a garage rock band.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I would say that we are. I definitely say indie and garage rock for sure. Psychedelic. I don't know. Playing it slow and just like feeling it is pretty
I mean,
fun.
when you look into it, if we were to get on like a Spotify playlist, we would most likely be put into like alternative
yeah.
and
That category.
indie, maybe hard indie, whatever it's called, just things like that.
Hard indie.
Hard indie, yeah. Yeah.
Alright, next question. What are your top 5 favorite like influences that like helped you become like, it doesn't have to be guitarists, it doesn't have to be drummers, it doesn't have to be bassists. It could be
Take
any
his glasses
influence.
off, he's ready.
Right now, I'm gonna be honest. Alan Wilson's a huge influence on me, just the way he played with his fingers and slide, and the way his vocals were.
He was techie too.
Where he wasn't too techie, he could play blues really well.
Yeah.
Because he had a lot of influences from like John Lee Hooker and Son House, old blues musicians. He also taught. Cool fun fact about him: before he died, he was a music major, and he tracked down Son House because Son House forgot how to play the blues, and taught him how to play the blues again at 22 years old, and that's what I respect about him. Second is got to be Josh Homme because he just fucking emulates cool. Third is Jay Mascis because he's so fucking awkward. Well, no, second is John Dwyer because my tone comes a lot from his crazy fucking John Dwyer from the OCs. Then third, Alan Wilson was from Canned Heat, that was 1. John Dwyer, the OCs 2. Josh Homme, Queens of Stone Age 3. He's the lead man, lead singer, lead guitarist. I always thought he was cool as fuck.
Yeah, he has a cool style to me.
Dinosaur Jr. singer Jay Mascis. And then 5, Lou Reed.
Lou Reed.
Velvet Underground.
Oh,
the more I
He
listen
did
to
that. He did that
Okay.
compilation album with Metallica called Lulu.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Because he's very he's not technical, he just knows how to fucking write. Him or Brooks Nielsen from the Growlers, because Brooks Nielsen has a perfect voice.
Yeah. Well,
What's the question again?
Top 5
influences, yeah.
Top 5 influences. Tony Iommi
Oh, yes.
from Black Sabbath. Love him. Ozzy Osbourne.
Of course.
Love his vocals.
Yeah.
You can tell he's not he wasn't professional when he started, but
But it's so, like, distinct. When you hear Ozzy's voice, you
know it's
instantly
Ozzy.
know
Hell yeah.
you know
it's the
it's
Prince of
Ozzy.
Darkness.
Just the whole band Weezer. To
Yeah.
be honest. Just the whole band Weezer.
I really don't know much about them that much. I haven't...
Good.
Yeah, I never, like, listened to them before that much. I know, like, Hash Pipe. That's
Hash
pretty much the
Pipe's
only
good.
song I
That's
know.
the shit.
They're,
Yeah.
Or
they've
Dope
been,
Nose.
That one.
Dope Nose is good.
Yeah.
They've been
I'm gonna look that up after we're done filming.
I say if you want to
I
check
like
them out, if you want to go for the more poppy music, go for the Blue album, the first album.
Mhm.
And if you want to go for a little darker,
That's what I want.
go for
yeah.
Pinkerton.
I'm not a big Poppy fan.
It's not like it's still hard, you know.
Yeah, you can tell, but
It's
what was
like
the second one you just said?
Pinkerton. It was their second
Okay.
album. I think those were the two best. But like they had their newer ones have been pretty good too.
Mm-hmm.
But so I think the whole band Weezer pretty much.
Yeah.
If I had to choose a song that influenced me, I know it's go off
Yeah,
topic.
no,
but,
no, you can pick whatever.
Only in Dreams by them, amazing song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, back to the question.
How many did we get so far?
Cliff
We got
Burton.
We got 3, okay.
Cliff Burton from Metallica.
Okay.
Amazing bassist.
Yeah.
I won't be able to play like him one day.
You'll get there, dude.
That's my 4th one, 5th one. That's a hard one. Ooh. I'm not sure really. I'll go with Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry?
Yeah.
I like it.
I need to change mine one more time. I know y'all gonna hate me, I'm indecisive as hell, but Alan Wilson,
You gotta change
Can't
what?
Heat.
Oh, your order, okay.
John DeWire, DLC, Josh Homme, Queens of Stone Age, Dinosaur Jr., Jay Mascis, and then Keith Relf from the Yardbirds, their lead singer. He was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I'm indecisive.
Alright, we can do the next question. What does music help you with? Like, is it like therapy? For an example, like, what does it help you with?
You wanna go first?
Don't matter to me. You're just gonna be longer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll go with them first.
You know, it helps me keep calm when I'm getting angry
Yeah.
or if I'm irritated or anything, and I guess you could say some sort of like it kept me out of the whole like the emo phase.
Yeah, no, I feel ya. It's like after my dad passed, it's been my therapy, like my...
It really hasn't been a therapy, but like I don't know. It's been.
It keeps you calm. It's
You know, like
therapy.
I got into it. I mean, 6th grade is a weird time for everybody.
Oh yeah, you just figuring out like
And-
girls and stuff.
It's just 6th grade is just a weird time. You're going to a new school from like
Yeah.
a long time, and it's just like, I guess it was there before I had like actual friends. Because 6th grade I had maybe like one friend,
Yeah.
but it was there.
No, music can help, that's for sure.
Music helps me with how I live my life and how I deal with my problems, anxiety, depression, anything. As long as I'm on my guitar, I feel at home. It's helped me a lot when I had nobody around really, and it helps me just solve problems and helps me learn more about myself and how I feel, because when I'm writing on paper, whenever I write a song, I relate to how I'm feeling, and whatever I feel, I don't hold back. My guitar playing kind of speaks for me, because I can be awkward at times, but whenever I play guitar, I'm not at all.
Yeah.
I feel at home.
Relax.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Love playing guitar, and that's it. Just helped me through a lot.
So, guitar's
Therapy.
like, yeah. It gets you by. It definitely helps.
Helps me want to be alive.
What do we got? Alright. We're done with that one. Future music plans. Who wants to go first? Doesn't matter.
We both kind of have the same plan.
I mean, pretty much.
We always talk about it together.
I mean, I know.
They can. Do you guys want to answer it together?
I mean, you can answer it, and if I have anything else I want to do, I'll just say it.
He'll answer it, and then he'll add it if he needs to.
Me and him just kind of decided, we want to move to Chicago and try to get as, popular as we can with this band. And we, if they're cool with it and they move on, that's cool. But if they want to come with, they're more than welcome to come with. But I want to live in Chicago or LA for a while and just get my feet wet in that scene, the underground scene, and I want to rule it. I want to rule, be some kind of, have a cult following in Chicago, LA. I want to tour. I want to write albums that have a lot of meaning behind them. I want to change the world with it, and I know that's far-fetched from what the world is now. I just want people to realize that there's good things to life rather than what is now. You know, these cell phones and these fucking this and that. Woodstock in the 60s, everybody felt great. That was my favorite time. You know, there was problems going on, but they still got together and played live music.
White, black, it didn't matter. Like, everybody was a family.
Nobody had a fucking phone live.
Yeah.
That's why I like how Jack White takes away the phones. I think it's Jack White or the Black Keys or some shit. But he makes people put their phones away.
Does he really?
He makes them experience the concert. That's awesome. I'm not gonna lie. When I go to concerts, I like recording a little bit.
Yeah, real quick. But you're not constantly on your phone.
I'm mainly fucking crowd surfing and shit, and I want that back. It's just society feels kind of fucked, and I want to be the band that changes it all. Like, say, even though I'm not a big fan of them, Nirvana or Led Zeppelin or something. I know it's far-fetched, but
Well, they started from somewhere.
yeah. I mean, I didn't think I was gonna be here fucking when I first started playing instruments. So anything's possible.
Exactly.
And you gotta add on.
Came a long ways.
If I had to choose the biggest thing I want to do,
Yeah.
inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That'd be
Hell
wild.
yeah.
Oh my god. I've never been, but I've seen pictures.
I want to
Dude.
go. But
Is
yeah, that'd be
it in Ohio? Okay.
Cincinnati.
Okay.
That'd be cool. That's like one of my biggest dreams with this. But you know, you gotta keep on the low for the dreams. You know.
Yeah.
So like just keeping this music thing alive.
That's good answers.
Probably going on with this band for as long as I can.
Make people know rock and roll.
Hopefully forever. Maybe go off and do some side project stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody does it, you know.
No, I think honestly, like, even when I'm gone, like I said, I'm gonna be up here for a month, like once a month. Like, we'll get together. If you guys record or whatever, I can you guys can send it to me and I'll practice the shit when I'm up.
Cool. That sounds good.
Yeah. So, like I said, I still like I'm gonna bring like a studio. I'm gonna have like a 2-bedroom one just for like an office for her and me, like my shit, and then still have all my stuff with me. All right, back to the topic. All right, if you could play with one musician who passed away, who would it be? And why? We'll add up to that. And why?
I'm gonna go first. I would play with Alan Wilson because even though I'm just really getting into how he played, I feel like he could teach me a lot that I didn't know a lot about. Because blues is a feeling, and I feel the blues, but he was the king of feeling the blues. And even though he was kind of nasty, kind of didn't shower, didn't brush his teeth, kind of, everybody thought he was kind of socially awkward and this and that, I would love to hear him play, and I would love to have a conversation with him. He was a smart fucking dude when it came to blues.
How old was he when he passed?
He's in the 27 Club. He died 2 weeks before Jimi Hendrix and 4 weeks before James Joplin.
Wait, really? He's in the 27
Ooh.
Club?
Yeah.
Who?
Alan Wilson.
Oh, Alan Wilson, not just the Brian Wilson.
He died from drug overdose on
Really? I didn't know
on anxiety pills.
Huh.
Yeah.
How about you, Alex?
Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix? Yeah. I feel
Jimi
like
Hendrix, Buddy Holly, or Robert Johnson.
yeah.
Even though Robert
All
Johnson
three are great.
it'd be one of those. I don't know. I don't really have a reason.
Yeah.
It'd be cool.
If I had to pick, sorry to interrupt you. If I had to pick, it'd be Johnny Cash.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if he did 3, I would also do Keith Relf. Because he died at 33. But he had a really good thing with harmonica. So did Alan Wilson. They're both great harmonica players and singers. It'd be cool to learn guitar, singing, and harmonica, things I play in deeper depth than I know right now. Good.
Okay. What would draw?
Sorry, that sounded rude.
Oh no. Fucking kick his ass. If you, I'm where am I at now? All right. Yeah, I know you play guitar, you play bass, but if you had to pick, what is like your favorite instrument of like all time that you like to play?
I can't play it, but
Oh yeah, we'll add up. Favorite instrument that you would love to learn how to play, or that you know how to play.
well, my favorite instrument that I can play is harmonica, because I don't know, I just love playing that harmonica or guitar, tie between those. If If I could learn an instrument, any instrument, saxophone.
Saxophone?
Saxophone is the fucking most beautiful sounding thing in the world, and it's so cool and so foreign. Black Lips had a lot of saxophone on their albums. I would love to have a saxophone player in the band. That would be my life.
Did the Beatles have a lot of sax in it?
Probably.
For Sgt. Pepper's?
Probably.
I feel like they did too,
like
yeah.
a marching band.
Yeah, they had like a whole get up, yeah. It was definitely different from other stuff they did. I loved it though. I loved it. Alright, we got wood. Come on, Peyton, quit, buddy. 60 minutes.
I love to learn how to play drums, and I really like playing bass and guitar and trombone. It's all the instruments I love playing.
I don't know. My one instrument I want to learn how to play is banjo.
Hell yeah.
It is a weird, like, I love bluegrass, so it'd be a fun way to play. Alright, last question of the night. What is y'all's favorite dream venue to play at?
You go first.
I would love to play CBGB's.
Hell yeah.
Where's that at?
Sure. New York.
What's it called?
CBGB's.
Dude, name as many as you fucking want.
Yeah, name all the venues you want to play at. You wish you could play at, or
Wish
we
we
will
play
play
there. I want to play just up and down the strip.
at.
LA
Sunset,
Strip.
Sunset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whiskey Go Go, the Rainbow, the Troubadour.
Yeah, dude, Troubadour, yes.
Any other of those places? I'm not remembering any of them.
There was a lot.
Whiskey, Troubadour, Rainbow.
Imagine the 80s down in Sunset, how wild that'd be. Just imagine driving a Harley in your jeans, your vest, and like mullet and stuff. Dancing.
My dad.
Cranking up, girls, girls, girls.
Yeah.
Oh! Shit. Ow, fucking hurt, dude. God damn.
Dude, you like nailed that perfectly.
Yeah, dude.
Kind of wild.
I heard it right here.
Yeah, but I don't know if anywhere else I want to play. Maybe I can't remember. But yeah, CBGB is at the top of the list.
That's your number one?
Great bands have played there. Ramon. James gonna beat you. James gonna beat you. He's looking at you like, hey, write it down.
You're holding that while we interview? Alright, sounds good.
It's gonna be
Sorry.
weird. It's gonna be weird when it cuts back to you just holding it.
I know, yeah, I'm about to say I'm sorry. It's gonna be a funny edit. Alright, let me know when you are ready.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. The battery died on the camera, so we had to do that. And apparently, when batteries die on camera, Chaz picks up the guitar. You want to play for a sec? Yeah, 10 seconds. Alright, that's him playing the guitar. What were we talking about? Venues, right?
Yeah.
Venues. Alright, what's y'all's favorite venues?
That we want to play at? Yeah, I want to play CBGB's.
That's right, yep, CBGB's.
For sure. CBGB's would be amazing.
Yeah.
And then like up and down the strip.
Yeah, the strip, yep.
In LA. Yeah, Whiskey Go Go, Rainbow, Troubadour. And then
Yeah. Whiskey Go Go.
yeah.
Isn't it the whiskey where Ace of Spades.
Let me.
Yeah, wasn't he there a lot at the end? Like, didn't he play like poker or something like all the time?
Online like a video poker.
Yeah.
They had now they actually have a memorial to him where they put like his name on the seat or something.
Do they really? That's awesome.
It's like vinyl roped off or something.
That's
like
awesome. R.I.P. Lemmy. He was talented. He was.
Marv Head was great.
Chad, some venues. You good?
Yeah. I want to play all those little Chicago ones, like Talia Hall, Vic, Smart Bar, fucking Riviera, fucking Beat Kitchen, you know, maybe some bigger venues, like I would love to play Woodstock and, what's that one? Lollapalooza. Fucking what's that one in Chicago? Riot Fest.
Oh, Riot.
I played.
I've never been to Riot, but I heard it's a great time.
Me either.
I would like to go though.
I want to go to a festival. I've never been to a festival.
KEXP.
Yeah.
They're really good.
Jam in the van.
Yep. SW Southwest. So whatever.
Oh,
Whatever.
South by Southwest.
Yeah, South by
Southwest.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Where's that at?
Austin.
Is it Texas?
Austin.
Oh, it's in Texas.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else? Trying to think some other ones.
Some old Seattle places would be pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Anywhere in
Yeah,
LA.
Some of the grunge bands playing.
Oh, there was this one, Desert Days, or Psychedelic Days. I think it's put on by Vans. A lot of my favorite bands play there. I think we'd fit in well there. I love to play like at the beach, at a field. You know, just kind of by nature. In old abandoned buildings, that would be cool. I already said KEXP. Any of the internet shows. That's about it. I'd play anywhere. If I got the chance.
Exactly, yeah, you're not gonna be picky. My three favorite, or I guess I would say real quick, I would love to play. I should say four. I would like to play the same grounds on Woodstock. I would say Folsom Prison would be fun to play at.
Hell yeah.
I gotta play there. Yeah, we're almost done. See if you can chat over here. The third one, what would I pick? Red Rocks in Colorado.
Hell yeah.
I would play Red Rocks.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, and then I would love to play on a beach.
Yeah, I want to play that Fire and Water in Michigan City. I think we can get there, dude.
Yes.
Did you know?
We'll talk about that.
Fun fact about Woodstock.
Mm-hmm.
There are plans to do another Woodstock this year for the 50th anniversary.
I actually seen that on
Yeah,
Facebook.
yeah.
That'd be fun to go
That'd be
to.
awesome.
It would be.
Woodstock was crazy.
I would love it to be in the same grounds. I think it was in New York, but it's still like
It was on some dude's farm.
Yeah, in New York.
Yeah, in New York, right?
Like
yeah.
right off the like right
Yeah,
off
because
the
the government wouldn't let him do that.
Is the 50th anniversary going to be in New York?
I don't think they know, but that'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome, like the same area somehow.
50
But-
years ago.
Alright, well, that's our first ever interview. I never interviewed anybody before. I don't think they've been interviewed before. And yeah, we're going to end it there. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. And subscribe to the channel. I can't say
Follow our Instagram.
it. Yeah, follow our Instagram. What
At
is
the
it?
Inbetween Era Official.
Official's spelled wrong.
Is it really? I never noticed that. Just type in the in between up, and then it should pop up. Subscribe to the channel, tell your homies, and get ready for the new video. Dropping pretty soon after this one. It's gonna be a good one. Alright, thank you guys. Appreciate it, I appreciate it.
Of course, man.